Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Tensura Roguelited. Once I finally realized that I've been saying Tensura Reincarnated instead of the actual name of the series, and then I continued just to say Tensura Reincarnated instead of the actual name of the series. Blah, we're 57 episodes in. How am I still making that mistake? Or how did I just now notice I've been making that mistake the whole time? Anyways, last time we're going through some of the unique skills that are added into the latest version of Mysticism, with Cultivator, which basically feels like Super Saiyan. Like, after 1,000 mob kills, you get like a really big buff, and eventually it looks like it's going to have some sort of cultivation system, where you reach higher and higher cultivations and get stronger, I'm assuming. But for right now, it's just like strength in 15 or something like that, which is equal to like strength 30. So that's a pretty big buff, although it takes quite a bit of setup and has a 10-minute cooldown. Then we looked at, ignore some of these, the Spiritualist, which is essentially just let you gather a whole bunch of souls. Like, if you're holding a super powerful sword and use one of its skills, you can legitimately get like 1,000 souls or something like that pretty simply in like a moment. So that's pretty cool. And then you can spend your souls in order to like superpower skills. Like it almost doubles the strength of Swipe, which it's Swipe. Swipe is already silly strong, and it probably works with like the absolute end from yeah, it probably works with Uriel's absolute end, which we can test real quick. I'm underground because there's something else I want to test in a moment. So let's just grab Tensura. Tensura, why have I started doing that? Edits me, ability, grant, Uriel. Go to an empty bar. Also, we were testing some skills last time and couldn't get them to work. That was on me, apparently. Anyways, Uriel's absolute severance. There it is. 750. If I grab out Spiritualist, enhance up to 100%, 750. Enhance down to 0%, 750. The Spiritualists need to be toggled for this? I don't think so. I thought it just had to be in the same bar. So 750. And still 750. Still, in fact, 750. Okay, so this skill... So, Spiritualist does not affect skill damage. That is good to know. I broke the dummy somehow. Why do I have Fragility and Paralysis? Oh yeah, I used Royal Beast for the thumbnail. That's right. Anyways, Spiritualist, that's a pretty cool skill. And then finally, the last one without any form of evolution into ultimate skill is the World. The World. Yeah, it's a JoJo's reference. It's a time stop. It's pretty short. It's only like 13 seconds when it's mastered. Like it goes up to 1,000 mastery points, and for every 100 of those 1,000, you get an extra second on top of the basic 3 it started as. So that's kind of cool. I think I actually prefer it to Time Domination from BTR, just because it's more controllable. Like, with Time Domination from BTR, something will just stay put, like you can't even pick up, like, the dropped items or anything. So that's something. And then, after that, we took a look at the 2 ultimate skills belonging to base Tensura skills. So we took a look at Falsifier, which we saw before in the original series, which evolves into Zezbeth? Is still how I'm assuming it's pronounced, maybe? I don't know. It's basically just better Falsifier. You can disguise yourself as the last thing you killed and temporarily gain all of its skills until you die. So, if you were to kill Hinata and kill nothing else after Hinata, you could then disguise yourself as Hinata and get Mathematician and Usurper. If you killed Charybdis, you could disguise as Charybdis and get all of its skills for free. It's pretty cool. They're temporary skills, so I was gonna say the Orc Lord thing would get starved with Predator, but I don't think that would work for Gluttony. I don't think temporary skills can evolve into higher skills. Ugh. Everything's fine until I jumped for 5 blocks away. What? Are you gonna unfreeze? 1 second. Good? We good. Cool. Just a little hiccup. Anyway, so the not Visiel. Zezbeth is pretty cool there. And the other one was Antevorta. Is that the one I couldn't get working last time? I think Antevorta is the one I couldn't get working last time, but let me double check. Yes, this skill evolves from Seer, which is basically, as a baseline, it's just some, it's just some dodge chances and whatnot, a couple other things. But it has an evolved form, Antevorta, which I couldn't get to work. I couldn't even put it into a bar or activate the toggle thing. But then I gave myself a Visiel because there's another test that Odyssey Slime brought up on episode 55 that I was going to test real quick. And I couldn't activate Visiel either, even though we'd already tested it. So it turns out I fixed the server configs for the main world, but never fixed them for this one after the Mysticism update. So there was just a handful of ultimate skills that we couldn't test, mostly just the new ones. But now we can just fine. Interesting that Uriel's... I think Uriel was still working fine, but it's not the same... What is that? I'm assuming that's Antevorta's thing going in action then, if I had to guess. So, we're going to see what Antevorta does, just because we didn't get to see it last time. But there is a test that I want to try out with the world. Again, compliments of Odyssey Slime for this idea. Throw a kunai. Huh. What just happened? I threw the kunai, and then it went straight up before I even activated the world. What just happened? The world ran out. Let's try that one again. Let's just try throwing a kunai without doing time stop, just to see how it flies. Abilities, cooldown, or Visiel, or the world, rather. Mysticism. The world? Did I skip right past it? Yes, I did. 0. Cool. Oh, I have to click and hold it. Okay, that makes more sense. The world. Shadow jump. Shadow jump. Oh, yeah, that ain't gonna work now, is it? Technically speaking, a thrown item is going to be an entity, but actually getting a mark on it doesn't really work. Also, shadow jump only works on subordinates, doesn't it? Now I need to double check this. Visiel's shadow jump. I'll play, if you crouch and use it on an entity, the entity becomes marked. Okay. So, let's try that one again. I don't think I was shift clicking there. So, roll a kunai. Block marker placed. Block marker placed. Okay, it's an entity, but it's not technically counting as an entity for the purposes of actually teleporting to that thing. Oh, that's a little bit sad. I saw that idea and was like, oh, that actually sounds pretty cool. I wonder if that works. But sadly, it appears the answer is no. Turn the world back to 0 and turn Visiel back to 0. Yeah, this is just counting as a block marker. It's not actually counting as any sort of entity. Oh well. Like, oh yeah, just putting on that slime works, no problem, even though it's not a team. So I guess the projectiles aren't counted as entities for the purposes of Visiel. Oh well. Anyways, today, since I got Antevorta working, we can take a proper look at that. And then we have 4 more ultimates to take a look at, and the unique skills that turn into them. So let me pull up Antevorta's thing real quick. So I'm assuming this is going to be an upgraded Seer. Lady Luck smiles on you, and the future belongs to you and you alone. Seize all your opportunities and let none go to waste. So as a toggle, would you guess it, universal perception and thought acceleration, because... Oh, excuse me, because of course. Because I think literally every skill has thought acceleration at this point. So that's cool. If it's in the slot, it also gives you 50% dodge chance. or 75% when it's mastered, as a baseline, which is pretty good. See the future and be warned of potential dangers in your vicinity. All enemies that are 50% stronger than the player are highlighted red. I'm going to assume that's anti-Vorta, but that's interesting. True passive. All targets that hit you build up a counter. The higher the counter, the more you learn about the enemy type. Future attacks from that enemy type have a chance to be negated. 0 damage completely, but will never be 0. Okay, ignoring chance will not dodge this attack. So, let's actually go to survival mode real quick. Basically, if something starts hitting me, I have a dodge chance that even Hanada couldn't face up against. Let's turn off physical resist, because I'm assuming that's on, right? It is not. What skill do I have on that is making it so that our friend here can't hurt me? I don't think I have much actually toggled right now, do I? The world? The world has a toggle ability? I don't remember what that is. Oh, that was Spiritualist that was on. Seriously, what skill is on that is making it so that thing can't hurt me? Do I have any skills toggled on? Oh yeah, Magisteel Body. I don't think we ever took a look at that. But basically, because we're a Chaos Stall, we have what is essentially Dragon Skin, which is kind of cool. Do I have... Well, I guess I have like a 50% dodge chance from Anti-Vorta. But I don't feel like it should be activating on every hit. Oh. Yeah, I had Uriel on. That was the problem. So eventually, I should just start dodging these hits as I keep getting hit. And you can sort of see it happening. Although that could just be the 50% dodge chance instead. Next up, we have attack vectors. Study the target. You become closer to studying. Study the target. Learn the possible attack vectors and plan against them. The next 5 hits from the target will have their damage reduced by 20%. So, basically, I now have resistance 1, essentially, in regards to this one Bone Knight. Maybe even all Bone Knights, but I have a feeling it's probably specifically this one. And it goes away after 5 hits. That boost, the cooldown halves, but you don't get extra hits when it evolves, or when it masters. Good to know. Future Sight. Let's... Yeah, these lot are just gonna keep trying to blow us up. We have over 7,000 health. I think we're fine. Future Sight. Gain future attack prediction for 30 seconds. 40 seconds on mastery, 10-second cooldown. If I remember correctly, this is total dodge chance against things for a little bit. I think it also has a maximum amount of hits, but I don't quite remember. Interesting, we can... I need to turn Uriel off of that bar, just because it's messing with things. Let's activate this again. Is that just a high dodge chance, maybe? I think this is just an extra dodge chance on top of the one that's built in. So, yeah, we're just ignoring some hits, not everything, though, at this point. And then finally, roll of the dice. Roll a dice. This is the interesting part of the skill. You become closer to mastering it. You have rolled a 1, which in fact gives everything around us slowness 1. Now it's on cooldown. Let's get rid of that. There's something about rolling 2 dice, but I don't know how it works. Maybe if it's... Oh, roll a 4, you give everything levitation. Maybe there's something... It says something about snake eyes and something about double 6s. Maybe that means if you roll the same number twice in a row. But I'm not sure. Either that or it's a thing that needs to be mastered. Now they have Burden 5, which I don't remember what that does. We've seen a 1, 2, and 4. Slowness, Burden, and Levitation. Number 2, once again, is Burden. Doesn't do any... we haven't seen that again. The doubles there don't matter. Let's go back into creative mode for a moment. I think we're done with the dodge chance testing. Roll of the dice. Can we see something else? A 1, so again, they have slowness. Oops, cooldown. 3, 4, a 3, 5, 6. 3 is paralysis 5. I think that's basically total stopping power. 5 and 6 are the ones we haven't seen. And then I want to know what's up with the snake eyes thing. Come on, give me another 1. A 2. You're just gonna keep giving me the same numbers over and over again, just not in the right order so I can't see the special thing, huh? I feel like that's probably gonna be the case. A 5 is magic interference, so that's kind of cool. Come on, give me a 6. A 4, levitation. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Give me a 6. A 6. Okay, what does that do exactly? It was an insta-kill on everything. Oh, all enemies take half of their HP as damage instantaneously. So why did everything get one shot? I don't think I weakened anything to the point where it should have gotten one shot from taking half health of damage. That doesn't sound right. Unless this is half of mine? Oh, half of their HP. No, I did read that right. No idea why everything just one shot there. Anyways, is this... Oh, on Mastery, gain a second dice. I guess I just missed that point, I guess. So, cooldown. We want to go to Mastery of this skill. And now, if we roll 2 dice... Now we roll 2 dice. Let's see what we get. A 3 and a 4. So now they have paralysis and levitation. And our cooldown is now 15 seconds, it looks like. Or 20 seconds. 2 and a 6. So that's actually a pretty good pairing. I don't remember exactly what burden does. I think it's something similar to weakness, if I remember correctly. Oh, I see what's happening. I have Beelzebub on, which means they get corrosion as well. That's not meant to happen. Effect Pandemonium. Oh, we got the double 6s. What does that mean? Snake Eyes. Everything gains marked for death. Double 6s. All effects of the first dice is combined, except levitation, into the foe. Does not include marked for death. Anything else? Double the effect. Huh? What does that mean? Double 6s. All effects of the first dice is combined, except levitation, into the foe. So, do you just give them all of the effects? I don't know, they all died, so it's kind of hard to see. Landed on double 3. That didn't actually work. Anything else? Double the effect of the effect you rolled. Okay, so... if you roll double 3s, apparently it's supposed to be paralysis 10 on the opponent, not paralysis 5. Double 6s gives them everything except for marked for death, I think? I don't know. That's worded slightly weirdly, and there's should be spaces between what Snake Eyes double things do, but they're all just sort of mushed together. So I'm not 100% sure what this does, but I do like the idea of the whole dice roll getting a good effect or giving bad effects to your opponents. It is kind of funny. It does make it very chance-based, though. Although if you roll a 6, your opponent is not going to like you. I have a feeling that's probably... all enemies take half their HP as damage instantly. That's probably not resistible, or if I'm not sure what it would be resistible through, so that would probably even work on a player. And in fact, double 6s might actually just do 100% insta-kill anything, so if you're super lucky, this skill gets even better. Double 3 once again, paralysis 9. I guess paralysis 10 just doesn't exist. So I think that's it for Antivorta. It doesn't seem like it has much else. And the World Viciel test didn't go as planned. So I think we are on to the 4 unique skills that were added in that all got ultimate forms. Actually, technically, I think there was 5 unique skills, but one of them works like... One of them is an evolution of one of the other unique skills that was added in. And my computer is being slow and not actually loading up the wiki page, so 1 second. Okay, now I have the wiki open on my phone instead, which is probably just better anyways. So the first one on the list of new ultimate skills to look at is Compulsor. I think there's a couple other things above it that we haven't seen, but those are ultimate skills that we're going to see in a moment. So Compulsor, brand new unique skill. Let's just pull it out real quick. You hear them laugh, hear them come for you. But your design, your evolution, it is immaculate and none can best you at it. I feel like a lot of these are references I just don't get. We have an empty bar in number 1, so let's use that there. So Compulsor, it has a toggle, and apparently this toggle means that we can master resistances. So if we manage to find a way to take corrosion damage, this could be mastered instead. And eventually, when it's mastered fully, we just get the nullification for free, which is pretty cool. Let me go into survival mode and I guess spawn in a supermassive slime, maybe? Survival. Yeah, whatever. Supermassive slime. Come on. Is this actually going to train... What am I doing in quests? Is corrosion getting any training? It helps when training a skill if the thing I'm trying to train against is actually attacking me. You've become closer to mastering flame resistance and paralysis resistance? How am I training... Flame resistance is actually getting points, and poison is getting points, but not corrosion? That feels weird. Also, I already have poison nullification. That doesn't matter much. I don't know. This is... I was expecting maybe they had to be on to work. Why the supermassive slime is not training corrosion at all is a weird one. But sure. Like, the supermassive slime is corrosion incarnate. I don't know why it wouldn't work for training corrosion. Maybe an orc lord instead? I know for a fact starved counts as corrosion damage, so let's spawn in you. And try to eat me, please. Come on. Like, I know for a fact this is corrosion, and... Is it not doing enough damage? Does it need to be doing... No, that was like 40 damage. That should have counted as a big chunk of corrosion. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems kind of difficult to actually train corrosion resistance. Maybe I just chose a bad one to try and test this on. Wait, when did I get a normal condition? When did I get all of these? What just happened? Oh. Let me go. Fine. Somehow I got all of the resistances? I'm not entirely sure how that just happened. Yeah, I don't think that was supposed to happen. I'm Huh. Yeah, I really don't know what just happened here. I know for a fact some of those were blank before. and nothing even happened. I don't know, when I killed the supermassive slime, did I accidentally switch to the wrong bar? I definitely didn't activate Beelzebub. Maybe it automatically put me into the Zezbeth thing. Maybe I'm technically disguised as supermassive slime, because I think they have a lot of the resistances. What if I do /kill again? Why did that leave an extra body down there? No, I just have all the resistances and whatnot now. I know for a fact I wouldn't have gotten that. What is happening? Things feel weird with this mysticism update. Like, some of these new skills just are not working as intended. And I don't know where I got all those resistances randomly. I know for a fact some of those were blanked out a moment ago. Anyways, we can learn... We can apparently learn resistances. Don't know exactly how well that's working. Self-replication. if we drop below 20% HP, we can automatically spawn in clones, which can apparently also self-propagate, so if someone tries to kill me and they get close, they have to fight more of me. And if they get close to killing the clones, they have to fight more and more and more. We basically become a Hydra. Cut off one head, 2 more grow back. So, that's pretty cool. That's a hard one to actually test out, though. I need something super strong. Orc Disaster, you might be able to help out here. To note, erosion resistance, we do not have at all. It is not trained up anywheres. And Compulsor is toggled on, so we should be able to learn it. And I know for a fact the Orc Disaster does corrosion damage. It's literally the whole point of the Orc Disaster. Anyways, you should also be able to eventually weaken me. What if I turn on corrosion resistance? Somehow, I don't know how I got the flame attack resistance, but I'm not getting corrosion resistance. This feels strange. Anyways, our friend here should be able to get us down to, get us down below 20% pretty quickly. So, I'll see you in a moment, just so that we can see that. Okay, so I should be like 300 health away, which is just like 2 big hits from this friend. I've had Corrosion 3 this entire time and have not gained a single mastery point for Corrosion. So I had this toggled on and toggled off and just nothing. Anyways, 1500, I now have an army of clones. Your clone limit has been reached. Oh, that doesn't have a cooldown. You can just have you can only have a maximum of 5 clones. So, oh, that's rude. My clones are just going to kill the Orc Lord. That's good luck stopping me when killing one just spawns in a bunch more. That's not going to work out well for you, friend. How are you lot doing? Did any of you die? No. They're trying. They're trying. Not going super well for them. Your clone limit has been reached. Someone hit me once and it tried to spawn another clone and couldn't. So that's looking pretty cool. Oh. Oh. Taking fall damage is enough to spawn a new clone. Which means that if I just want to hover here and just get away and do that, I can just keep creating alternates that will take the fight up. Okay. That's pretty cool. This is just the unique, so this is only going to get better. So that's basically it for toggles and whatevers. Not really sure how learning stuff works. Like, corrosion learning just didn't look like it was working, period. And flame attack got a single point from one target. What if I go swim in the lava? I don't have my flame resistances on right now. So this might do something if I can jump. Clone limit has been reached. No. Wait, I already have heat nullification, and I think lava technically is heat, not flame attack. I would need to get hit by, like... Oh, I do have a little bit of heat resistance training, at least. So, I could, but it looks like that's pretty slow. If Raphael was working and you could pair the two together, that would go pretty well. Game, you okay? 1 second. Okay, I think we're good again. This mod, I love the Tensura mod, but it might be one of the most freeze-framey mods I've played. Like, I was testing some other 119 stuff, and none of them was freezing this bad. Like, and we've been freezing this entire time. Like, 90 episodes now? Like, 92? And we've had freeze-framing problems for more or less the entire time. Yeah, I love this mod. There's so much to it, but that might be part of the problem. Anyways, we saw those effects, like the toggle stuff. Not entirely sure how resistance is working. It's good to be able to get the notifications, but it seems difficult, which is probably a good thing. Next up is the actual attack modes, being organic. Oh, there's 3 things. Oh, clone removal. Where are my clones? Output number. Clone removal. Usually that means it's a thing that you can click the, that you can use the scroll wheel to adjust, but it doesn't seem to be working here. Output number. Remove clone. Remove clone is not, in fact, working. Cool. But so my clones just exist there until something kills them, which is probably not going to happen. So I can't make more clones yet. Organic distortion. Let's see what this does. Organic distortion warps and distorts the target's body, dealing 50 damage and giving them the distorted effect for 10 seconds. Grants enemy gravity increase, attack damage reduction, movement speed reduction, and disrupts skill casting. Okay. Can't use it on a subordinate, it doesn't look like. And you're just gonna insta-die. Okay, so it's like a swipe attack thing there. It's a 20-second cooldown. And slash Tensura edit. The whole chat is just that. Cooldown or compulsor to 0. Have that on standby. 0. Cool. So now you got hit by it slightly, so it's technically slightly area of effect, but it didn't. Yeah, slight area of effect, but it's more or less just focusing on one target. I don't really have many targets nearby who have skills to use. Compulsor is on cooldown. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Distorted for 10 seconds. Oh, that did like 70... That actually did 76 damage. That's getting boosted by something for some reason. That did 100. This skill's... Is it spatial? It's probably spatial damage, which is getting boosted. Do we have spatial manipulation? We probably have spatial manipulation or something. So there's that. And then we have anatomy manipulation. I can make myself tiny. Aw, it maxes out at 0.2 blocks tall. That's sad. Is this might be smaller than a slime. Or if it's on par with the smallest slime or the skullworm or something. That's actually pretty cool. You could pair this up with like Engorger or something like that and make it, and that would be pretty nice actually. Oh, but you can't make yourself bigger. You have the minimum size. Yeah, you have the normal size and then you have the small size there. You can't go anything bigger with this version. It's actually pretty cool. Like having this skill, I mean, just being able to learn nullifications over time across a run would be very good. And the extra clones to fight for you when you're in a pinch, that's pretty good. And then this is just pretty nice quality of life stuff if paired with a different unique skill. Yeah, having this skill as the only unique skill you have, I'm not sure how great it would be. Organic distortion is really good as an attack skill, but that's kind of all it has attack-wise and combat style, other than the clones. If you paired this with a second unique skill, this would be amazing. On its own, I think there's probably better options, but that's... You can say that about a lot of skills. That doesn't mean it's not good. But anyways, when this skill is mastered, Tensura edits ability mastery. I should probably just go into creator mode again so I don't have to keep dealing with all this. For compulsor to max. Divine Berserker, thanks game. Anyways, Pernita is now available to learn, the evolved form of compulsor. It doesn't have any sort of description or anything like that, but it just exists there. So now I need to go find that and pull it up real quick. Okay, this skill seems pretty cool, but it looks like it's going to have some drawbacks to it. So basically, clones now work, and if I... Good English me. Let's get rid of compulsor for a moment. Now, I make clones if I'm below 50% health, which is just a pretty good increase. So let's see. Reconstruction. Should the body die... Should the body be destroyed, the user can completely reform and reconstruct themselves. 120-second cooldown. So if every 2 minutes, if I die, I can just come back. I'm sorry. Okay. I mean, it's another one of the skills that just say no to dying. Grab me an Orc Lord. I need to test this. Orc Lord or Orc Disaster is going to be faster for this. Hey, buddy, how fast can you kill me real quick? Come on. I can't make any more clones, so that's just going to keep popping up, and I'm not strong enough to kill those ones very well. Come on. 600. 500. I want to see my come back to life skill work, please. Oh no, my clones are gone to work. Hey, no, clones, I'm trying to die here. Come on. I can't even punch them. Oh, I think I killed the orc disaster there. Whoops. Oh, I can't hurt my clones, like, period. It's just not working. But thanks for the royal blood game. Not that I was really after it. Like, I'm curious if slash kill would work, but slash kill plays by different rules, usually. So, come on. Come on, one more big hit like that, please. Literally everything else died but me. Yep. Yep, just a no to dying. And it doesn't even put the skill on cooldown. That just... Cool. Organic Disruption. Oh, that has a 2-minute cooldown now. Let's see. Organic Evolution is a passive in slots. So if we're facing a stronger opponent, we'll gain a whole bunch of buffs. That's usually not going to happen by the time you have an ultimate skill, but okay. So if it was slightly stronger, we'd get like Strength 3. If it was super much stronger... Yeah, I just one-shot the Orc Lord with this skill. If you're 20% weaker than your opponents, you get Strength 3 and Resistance 1. Or Strengthen, not Strength. Big difference there. Go away. Fine, Sword Slash. Orcs are... Of course, I forgot about the spawned orcs and it was going to be a problem. We're going to be a problem, rather. Inventory is a mess. I'll just slash clear or something in a moment. Anyways... If we were fighting opponents slightly stronger than us, we would get Strengthen 3 and Resistance 1. And if we were fighting opponents that is double our strength, which is the max, we get Strengthen 15 and Resistance 4. So basically on par with what Cultivator's Breakthrough does. You get slightly less resistance, but your strength is the same. So, yeah, that's pretty strong. Like, Resistance 4 is an 80% damage reduction. And then extra, like, 100 damage or something like that. But it only happens if you're fighting someone super strong as well. So, that's not going to happen very often. Anyways, other than that, what else do we have? Adaptive Evolution. The user gains more points for resistance the more they take damage. Cool. Still pretty slow to gain those, though. When we're out of combat, their cells regenerate, healing both HP and MP. So, Tensura adds this new in-combat thing. I'm assuming almost specifically for this skill and a couple others that have out-of-combat effects. So, whenever that 10 seconds cools, that couple of seconds cools off, we'll start regaining health passively a little bit better. I saw it tick over one time. So are we not Imagine? We're Imagine. I'm not sure why we're actually losing hunger right now. Sure, give me some raw beef. I just need to eat up to full, I guess. Maybe that will make that a little bit better. Just a little bit of extra passive regen we're supposed to have. It doesn't look that great. Adaptive Observation. The user gets 5 more Learn and Mastery points on all skills, so that's again pretty nice. Basically, we can learn nullifications, and we learn all skills a little bit better. So that's all kind of good. Not the best learning boost, though. Organic Distortion. Same name, different effect. Warps and distorts the target's body, dealing 500 damage and giving them Distortion 3 for 10 seconds. It turns off flight, increases the target's gravity by 0.6 per level. Oh, so they have like a 1.8 gravity increase, whatever that really means. Is that a clone or is that a extra body? I think that's an extra body. But Pernita is on cooldown. Lord of Compliance is actually the name. 550. So it's actually 10% stronger than it's supposed to be for some reason. Yeah. Reduce their attack damage by 1.5 per level. So everything does 4.5 less damage. Reduce movement speed by like 0.2 per level. Yeah. Default human values for comparison. Okay. So they get like it's like pretty big debuffs. There's some extra math stuff. Basically, a lot less damage. They move a lot slower, and they can't jump as high. Then we have anatomy and manipulation once again. Uh, so let's see. Okay, so it's just the same anatomy and manipulation. That's kind of to be expected. I was kind of hoping they would stack, and if you did 0.2 on both, it was like a multiplier, but nope. We just have the one anatomy manipulation. That's basically player size it's adjusting. I'm curious if we were something like an orc, if it would allow us to go to full orc size or like remain at human. Like the orc's max size is like 3 or 2.0 or something like that. If we started as that, would be able to go with like 1.4. Or would it just say 1 times your normal player height you're supposed to have as your race, is probably how it works. And then adaptive replication. How does this work? When used on target, copy a random intrinsic, common, or extra skill. If a random skill is unique, temporarily gain that skill for 3 minutes. Extend to 5 minutes on mastery. Okay. So it's a plunderer skill. It can steal uniques, but only for a really limited time. So it's technically better than some plunderer skills, but not better than others. The fact that it lets you steal intrinsics is kind of rare. There's a couple that don't. And of course, I don't think I added in the Grimoire of Gaia thing onto this one. Renita is on cooldown. Did I get heat sense? Sense heat source. I might have already had that. I don't remember. I think I actually ate one of those last time with Beelzebub, so probably not. Let's actually probably heard that, sorry. What if I Tensura get rid of sense heat source real quick? Ability revoke. Tensura sense heat source. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Where is it? lot more in there. Sound wave sense heat source. Cool. It's on cooldown. Do I have the thing to get rid of its cooldown? No, but I can just adjust this real quick. Ernita. Cool. Oh, you're a Bargist. You're not what I'm after. It's put on cooldown. And sense heat wave, sense heat source. Okay. I really wish we got a pop-up saying you stole those skills. Like, I'm not entirely sure why we don't. Like, Predator gives you a pop-up when you get a skill, and that's in the base mod, so not sure why this one's playing by different rules. It's kind of the same problem I had with Disguiser. Not Disguiser, Zesbeth, where you gained a temporary body, but it didn't say, oh, you temporarily got these skills. I really wish it did. So this is a pretty good skill. It's one evolved. It's a minor. Yeah, it's a minor minor plunderer skill. It's got clone stuff going for it, which is kind of funny, but not really my play style. And it's got like a big hit that does a lot of debuffs. So, and plus it's just got some nice utility with player size. It's an all-around skill. Like, it's got good stuff going for it. Like most ultimate skills, if it's the one you got and you only have one, you're not going to complain. But if you have your choice of ultimate skills, you might take it as a secondary one, but there's better options as your main one, probably, is how that one goes. So, spent quite a bit longer on that one than I meant to. I would like to get through the other 3 if we can, so yeah, going to maybe rush the next one, assuming it's easier. So, what is next on the list? Edits, ability, grants. TR Mysticism, and starting with C's. Where was it? Compulsor. Corruption. What is that? TR skill corruption. I don't know. Oh. Huh? What is the skill? Ow. Hold on. This is the Night Spider jump thing. What is this? Why is it called corruption? I don't know. I've never heard of this skill before. I feel like Night Spider should have gotten this, but I didn't see it on the list. I don't know. Maybe a work in progress. Night Spiders are probably eventually going to get this, but don't yet. Anyways, definitely getting distracted. Distracted. Blah. Anyways, corruption, crasher, cryogenic, Dionysus, discharge, dissonance, dreamer. What is going to be the next one? Inverse? I think it's inverse because alphabetically that's what's next. So let me pull it up. Yep, inverse is next. And after a brief look at just the unique skill itself, yeah, this is going to be a quicker one. Placeholder, yeah. So it has a toggle. This is going to be a hard skill to show off, but it does look like a pretty good skill. So, as a toggle, damage redirection. Any magic damage taken by the user is countered fully. Double the damage on mastery. Any magic damage. I'm going to assume that does not mean specialized magic, and in fact it works like magic resistance, where apparently that's only like potion damage, like instant harming, or like unspecified magic types. Like, if a sword had magic weapon, I think it would push that back on whatever sent it at you. But I'm going to assume this isn't just going to say no to Hinata's disintegration. That's what I thought magic nullification did originally, where it would... I had originally thought magic nullification helped defend against all magic types, but I was told that apparently it only helps on unspecified magic. So I'm assuming that this probably works the same and is not as good as I was hoping it was. Though I can test this real quick by letting a Shizu shoot me in the face, because she's just going to launch like fire shots or whatever. Would you all go away? I say go away. Anyways, Shizu. Okay, yeah, I'm 630. Yeah, I'm not reflecting. I'm not really reflecting those fireballs back at Ifrit now, am I? Actually, kind of a problem. I don't have the right skills to fight you right now. Yeah. I don't have any sort of flying... Oh, wait, no, I'm a demon. Yeah. Whoops, I forgot I was... Hold on, am I? Something is happening. I'm not really sure what's happening there. Like, you saw those blue particles there, and my sword was swinging automatically, so... Something's happening, but I'm really not sure what. It looks like I'm just full blocking things, but it's not actually sending them back. So maybe I'm not recognizing what the word counter probably means in this case. Go away, please, for a moment. Anyways, so we have some amount of built-in magic deflection of some sort. It's just not really enough to stop most of Ifrit's attacks from the looks of it. So that's kind of cool. Also, if we master this skill, which is just going to turn it into an ultimate skill, though, why does the skill have a mastery if that just gives you the ultimate anyways? But apparently, if we were to fall below 25% of our max health while this skill is mastered, instead of dying, we'd get teleported far away from whatever's killing us, so that's kind of cool. Then it has two effects, Malice Exchange and Redirect. I don't have any debuffs on us, so I can't really show that off just yet. Let's go ahead and just grab Royal Beast real quick. which in fact gives us paralysis 2. No beat debuffs. Debuffs saved. So Malice Exchange, I now have debuffs saved in there. Debuffs granted. Okay, so that's how this works. Can I do that multiple times, or does it save them only once? Okay, it saves them only once. So if I use a skill like Dragon Mode or whatever, one of those that gives us a whole bunch of bad effects, assuming I don't have Survivor, because the Survivor will just say no, I can just save them in inverse and in fact give them to whatever I'm fighting. Or I think I can copy debuffs from mobs with debuffs. Debuffs saved. Cool. And it actually removes them from whatever it is. Give these debuffs to the Satyrs instead. Cool. That's kind of interesting. I can debuff one thing and just keep all of those for when I need them against something else. So I could like build I could get like a golem or whatever, keep giving it all the debuffs I possibly could. Just copy them over and put them on Hinata or something like that. Or not Hinata, she has a normal condition, nullification, so bad choice as usual. I always think, how does this skill work on Hinata? And the answer so often just ends up it doesn't, but I still do it. Anyways, Malice Exchange, pretty straightforward, kind of cool. Then we have Redirect. Let you swap the places of yourself with a different entity. Okay, so that's just... Yeah. Yeah, body swap, basically. Not that exciting. Kind of cool. I don't know. You have to be... I feel like that's so short range. It's supposed to be used in combat, but it's kind of mostly only useful for getting out of combat, I think. Because if you're fighting Hinata or something like that, you've got to run and hope you find something that didn't die in the carnage, essentially. Otherwise, that's not going to be much help. Maybe against a player working like Boogie Woogie from JJK. It maybe some uses. Most of the uses I can think of are probably PvP or just trying to escape from a fight. So, exciting. Again, kind of straightforward, kind of just there. So far, once again, not the strongest of skills, but there's probably better. Game, 1 second. Think we're good? Yeah. We've always had some problems with laggy stuff and freeze frames with this mod, but this new version of Mysticism doesn't seem well optimized just yet. Okay, so apparently the screams, the howls get counted as some sort of magic for block countering purposes, because I can block them somewhat. That's cool. I don't know. The counter doesn't seem like it just said stop the damage. It said something about mastering it doubling the counter damage, but it doesn't seem like the counter actually puts back damage. Maybe it just says, oh, you can block X amount of damage that would come at you, and if it's mastered, you can block a little more of it. Maybe that's how it works instead. Anyways, it says countered fully and then double the damage on mastery. What does that mean? I don't know. The wording on it makes it seem like it does one thing, but it doesn't really feel like it's doing the thing it says it does. I don't know. Anyways, let's just go ahead and do the mastery thing. How many times do I have to add mastery there? The answer is 1, and I did it twice. So now it is mastered, and if I manage to fall below 25% HP, I would just get teleported to the farthest away mob in a 40 block radius. But that's not what we're here for. Let's just get to the ultimate skill. We can now learn Antithesis. So let's pull that one out. Placeholder. Why does this one need learning? We come closer to mastering it. Mastery of that. 100. I think we'll bring it to learned. Come closer. Huh? Where is it? Antithesis has 4 learning points. That is not 100. 4 learning points is not 100, game. That is... Is that just going to... No, that's only mastery points. How do you do learning points again? Edits. Ability. Mode learning. Or... should just go back into creative mode because I'm constantly getting swarmed right now. Antithesis. All 100 does not have flash game mode. See, the constant nausea from the stupid leech lizards is getting annoying. Am I really gonna have to do that? Fine, mastery all, or not mode learning. Mastery max. You've mastered the usage of antithesis, but I still need to learn it. Why? How do I instantly learn it then? I thought it was through the same command. Grant. Fine, let's try granting it instead. Maybe that will bypass it, and then I can try getting mastery back down to 0 in a moment. Come on, just give me the skill, please, game. That would be nice. Granted. Is it learned? Yes, it's learned. Cool, and it doesn't actually have any training points on it. Cool. It does not have a toggle. Let's see, what does it do? Passive in slot, counterforce. 25% chance to reflect all incoming double to reflect all incoming damage with double the output. 25% chance to total counter any damage, which is kind of cool. But again, kind of hard to show off. I don't know. Let's just go back into survival mode again and instantly get swarmed, even though I just went into creative mode. Come on, come hit me. I did my... Okay, we instantly hit the 25%. That's kind of cool. And it's... Oh, it does say double the output, doesn't it? Okay, so 25% chance. Ooh, and it's multi-hits. If I counter 1, it hits at the everything around it in like a little swipe attack. That's pretty cool, actually. So, I've hit it twice. It's a 25% chance, and I've hit it twice already. Ah, there's a miss. And it turns into 50%. 3 out of 4 on something that's a 25% chance. Wow, I'm getting lucky right now. What is this? I'm not usually this lucky. Wow, okay. This is supposed to it's supposed to double the chance and go to 50% when it's mastered. It also has a true passive, Equilibrium Shift. When 15% HP or less, remove all debuffs and give it to all non-allied entities in a 10 by 10 area, and takes 30% of their current HP and use it to heal yourself. Okay. That's a hard skill to actually showcase, but if I dropped to, let's see, I want to say like 1250 would be 15%, or it's something in that range. 20% is 1500. But basically, if I'm low on health, just any bad effects I have, like if Royal Beast were to run out, everything around me gets them, and I just start stealing their health away, which is pretty cool. And in fact, it doesn't say that has a cooldown, so it probably heals me above the 15%, and then I take more damage and I drop below it, and then it happens again and again until everything else is dead, maybe? That would be cool. Anyways, we once again have Malice. This does not feel like 25%. Once again, we have Malice Exchange. I don't have that's Royal Beast is on cooldown, so let's do Tensura. Edit me ability cooldown Royal Beast. Once again, just Tensura R would have been so much faster, but whatever. Royal Beast 0. I believe this works exactly the same. Debuffs saved. And give them to you. Debuffs granted. Do I hold on to the debuffs now? Okay, the answer is still no. I do lose debuffs still. Debuff saved, cool. That works exactly the same. Duality shift. That is redirect. There is no skill called redirect. What does redirect do? Absolute. I'm going to assume redirect is duality shift. Let you swap the places of yourself with a different entity. Okay, yeah. It's just named something different on the wiki for some reason. So this is that ability again. Body swap, basically. So again, saw that. Absolute antithesis. These are just in the wrong order and have the wrong names. Lets you counter any damage with 100% certainty for 2 minutes and has a 5-minute cooldown. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty lucky right now with the 25. Absolute antithesis. Why do I feel so much slower now? Yeah, this just slows you down for some reason, even though I don't think it's supposed to. It's nice, at least. Like, the extra giving up speed to have total damage blocking is pretty nice. That was accidental. Oh yeah, I guess since just walking into one of these, into the tiny slime, basically does 0 damage, double 0 is still 0, so I could attack infinitely, but never actually do damage. Anything else trying to take a shot at me is gonna feel it, though. So, that's pretty cool. I don't actually know where the Hinata is. It seems like the counter is actually pretty low range, though. Here we go. Oh, it actually counted as me using a bow, because it's the same damage type, just dealt backwards. Cool. 100% damage reflection? This is another one where it could maybe work on a disintegration, but the only way to test it is to do it, and that's not a very great idea. Because I also have to beat the rest of the Hinata squad. Oh well, so 100% damage reflection for just a couple of minutes. It's probably about to run out, or probably just did. Then Vital Shift is the last one. I need to get rid of the cooldown on you. So TR Mysticism. Antithesis, there it is. Cool. Vital Shift. Apparently, if a mob has 25%, it has a 25% chance to swap HP with target if they have more HP. Damage raises to 50 when mastered, can't go above your maximum HP. So, I'm still on my, I've still got my full counter. Oh wait, no, I've ran out of full counter. Those are just the normal 25% counter that is hit like 75% of the time. So this one's hard to show off because I have a lot of HP. Almost nothing actually has less than me besides Charybdis, and Hinata only has 1,000, right? I think she only does. But the Orc Lord only has like 700. Charybdis has 10,000. But I also couldn't swap with Charybdis because Charybdis has more than my max, so that wouldn't work either. So, I don't know. Vital Shift, swapping HP with whatever you're fighting, but you also, it's only like a low % chance, and you need to actually hit the target. That's going to make it hard to use against someone like Hinata if you're low health trying to survive. So, this is a really good defensive skill. Like, getting rid of debuffs and giving them to opponents is very nice. And then just full counter, basically. You just say no to damage and put it on your opponent instead. So, actually, it seems like these two are actually pretty good. People are yelling in the background. Sorry if you heard them. Yeah, just... Where was I? Antithesis is a pretty good defensive skill, and Pernita just is a say no to dying skill. So, paired together, maybe unkillable? There's a couple pairs of ultimates you could put together where you just say no to dying. And in fact, this full counter, it might be one of the best cases. Yeah, it might be one of the... Yeah. There we go. It wasn't blocking anymore. Let's Monashizu real quick. Like, hit ya. Where's my flight? There we go. Fly, please. Okay, yeah, so this full counter is working against magic. it does not work against the fire damage over time, which is a bit strange. It does say block all damage, and this is still technically a damage type. It just doesn't work the same as others. So, Ifrit wasn't very strong, so the damage going back wasn't that big, plus flame resistance and whatnot. So against opponents with physical nullification or whatnot, you need something else paired with it. So, Hinata's disintegrate. I think Hinata has holy resistance, so even blocking her attacks back at her, she would resist them somewhat. But if you had like mathematician or something like that, so basically Hinata is very strong, so maybe knocking back something with the ability to ignore resistances could be good. I don't know. How to use it against Hinata? Sometimes you don't. That's kind of the answer. There's probably a case, but you need an extra skill. So a very good skill. And against most opponents on its own, it's pretty amazing. But against some of the big bads, you need something else to pair up with it, is kind of the gist, it seems like. I don't know. Anyways, we only managed to get through 2 ultimates today because I had to go back to one that didn't work. Yeah, this is going to be a long one, and I guess there's going to... We end it off now. The most interesting... There's one of the unique skills that I know is really cool. Like, just the idea of it is really cool to me. So, we're going to skip Plunderer. And I guess that will be joining... No, fine. Fine. We're going to end things off here. That leaves... I can look at ability grant real quick. Ability grant for Tensura. Have not seen Vainglory. Have not seen Stagnator. And have not seen Plunderer. So it's Plunderer, Vainglory, Stagnator, and then there's, I think it's Laverna and Bushiasta are the ones we haven't seen. So, I guess, yeah. We've got 3 new ultimate skills, 3 more unique skills. One of the unique skills evolves into a different of the unique skills, which in turn evolves into one of the last 2 ultimate skills. So we've got one more episode going over the new ultimate skills before returning to the main world with a reverted version for Azathoth, Veldora, and Velgrind. This update has taken longer to jump through all the stuff we have to see than I was really expecting. But anyways, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody. So, once again, I want to thank everyone so much for watching, and we need to make a special thank you to the members of the channel, the Gaming Tornado and Yamato Tanagura. Thank you both so much for your support, and yeah, words are hard. That's literally the members, what I called the members for right now for some reason. Any good ideas for what to change that to? Please leave them down below. That is just a placeholder. Anyways, for real now, thank you once again, and take care, everybody.